You ever wondered, when do I start feeling happy again? That's one tough question, and I'll try to answer it in this following video. Well, after a breakup, that's the question that haunts you mostly, followed by other guilt-driven queries about you and what you did wrong as you process the morning. You go to bed with it, you wake up with it, and every time you check your phone, you kind of half expect the answer that never comes. And it feels like the world keeps moving. You're just stuck. Hi everyone, this is Zylie the Fox, and welcome to the St. Valentine's special video. I'll try to do what I can, I promise. That's what I want to talk about today. I want to do it through Robot Dreams, an animated movie that, if you look closely, captures the full journey of heartbreak, loneliness, and eventually healing. A breakup isn't just losing someone, it's losing the world you built with them. In Robot Dreams, Robot and the dog share something simple, pure and irreplaceable. Their bond isn't forced, it just happens. They are each other's world. But then, without warning, Robot is left behind, stuck on the beach, unable to move. And this is what heartbreak feels like. The moment you realize the person you thought would always be there won't be. And that's tough. The dog doesn't abandon Robot out of cruelty. At first, he even tries to help, but when things seem impossible, he does what so many people do. He says he'll be back, but he never truly returns. And Robot? He waits, just like we do, because in those first days, first weeks, maybe even first months after a breakup, you still believe they will come back. They have to come back, but they don't. That is what heartbreak feels at the beginning. You just wait for someone to come back, because you think it's just a bad dream, a bad joke, but the truth is, they are gone, and you're on your own. However, time passes, and so we continue walking under the sky. Let me see how to explain the idea of pain and the vulnerability that we have with something as simple as a regular dream. As I was saying before, when you're on your own, you just expect life to just give you something back. But that something back sometimes never arrives. And what we tend to do is just cling to dreams, cling to memories, cling to a happier past. Let's go back to the movie that we were just talking about. As the movie progresses, we see Robot starting to dream. He imagines being saved, being whole again. But the reality is kind of harsh. Instead of help, he gets taken advantage of. If you remember the movie, the rabbits that appear during the first dream don't save him. They take from him. They see his vulnerability and they use it for their own gain. Now, I want you to picture the following. How can this image compare to you? If you've ever been heartbroken, you know this feeling too well. But sometimes it's frightening to talk about it. Some people see your pain and offer a helping hand, but others, they just see an opportunity. And they might use your loneliness for their benefit, only to leave you even more broken than before. Some people who used to be friends with you from happier times might just let your hand go and leave with the vain excuse of, I don't want to be involved here. And yes, evil though it might sound, I had people tell me that. But hear me out, it's important to know and understand that these people don't always hurt you on purpose. But the result is kind of the same if you think about it. You're left even more shattered than before. You need to understand, however, that sometimes people will be there without the best intentions. And you need to know that you are worth it. You are f***ing worth it, dude. You will feel destroyed and hurt, but you need to forgive and move on, even if they never understand what they did to you. I want you to think about it as a snake bite. You will want to know why, and you will also want to know what you did in order to get bitten, but you can't reason with a snake. You will never receive an answer from the snake. All you do is seek treatment and you avoid the venom in your system, but you can't reason with a snake after the bite because it is in their natural behavior. So happens with these people. You will never understand why they did the things you did to you. You just understand them as their natural behavior your natural way of socializing, and you just move on. Those were never very true friends. Meanwhile, the world goes on. And one of the cruelest parts of a breakup is realizing that, as I said before, life goes on for you, for them, for everyone else. While you are stuck replaying all memories in your head, they seem to move forward effortlessly. Laughing, traveling, dating someone new, those are very possible scenarios that you will see if you happen to come across your ex on social media. It can feel like you were just a placeholder, like your love was something temporary, easily discarded and replaced. But here's what you have to remember. Just because someone moves on quickly doesn't mean you didn't matter. People process things differently. Some dive into distractions, some seek comfort in others, and some repeat the same mistakes without learning from them. The speed at which they move on isn't a reflection of your worth. I want you to tattoo this in your skin, in your forehead, please, and repeat after me. The speed at which they move isn't a reflection of your worth. Okay, I think you got it. But rather, this is a reflection of their ability or inability to sit with pain. Healing starts when you stop looking at their life for answers and you start looking at your own. But here's the thing about feeling. It doesn't come all at once, and you need to know that. It's not a single straight line. It's messy, it's painful, and sometimes just when you think you've moved forward, something drags you back. How is it then that we can start healing? That's a question, that's the $1,000,000 question. Well, let me help you with the context of the movie again. If you look at the movie, Robert takes a long time before someone genuinely helps him. But if you see the dog, he eventually buys a new robot to repeat the whole cycle again. Yet here's the difference. Healing isn't about rushing to fill the empty space someone left behind. It's about learning to sit with that emptiness and make peace with it. While some of us might wait and heal, maybe others just seek to recreate the past, as if they could restart the same story with someone new. And let me tell you, that doesn't have a good ending. Or maybe it does, but it's not your business anymore. And this is where the difference lies. I want you guys to know that healing isn't about finding another person to take their place. Any kind of love is irreplaceable, it's unique. Even if you see the same person after some years, it's like a river. The river is still there, but the water that flows is different. It's never the same water. Same happens with people. You are the same people, but your life is different. You have moved on. And I want you to know that this is all about being okay with where you are, even if that means being alone for a while. Because only when you stop chasing the past can something real, something new find its way to you. So when do you start feeling happy again? Question from the beginning. I would say the answer is when you stop waiting for the past to return and you start embracing what's ahead.